based on the Fed, the economy doesn't look so bad, and nor does unemployment. So what's going to happen with rates going down the road? We're going to focus in on what the Federal Reserve came out and said today in regards to the economy and tariffs, and what's going to happen with these things right over here. So my name is Dan Frio. I do this report actually 2 times a day. Today we did a live report with the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve came out and did something that I wasn't expecting. They were telling us how good the economy is. Don't believe me? Let's get over to today's video. I'm going to go over what the stock market did, the bond market, and everything else, but I want you to hear it right from Federal Reserve Chairman Powell's his own words. This is what he told us about the economy and what's actually going on at the Fed. So let's get over to this. This is the headlines for the day. So after this, I'm going to show you the market reaction on where bonds ended for the day as well as the stock market. So let's get over to it.
So many economists have been pricing in higher odds of a recession, and several are noting that it is more difficult for the Fed to cut rates preemptively given the higher risks for higher inflation. So given the outlook, do you still see a path for a soft landing, and what does that look like?
Well, let me say, so let's look back and see where we are.
Okay, so what he's looking back is I think it was Liberation Day, where all the tariffs took into effect. That's what he's saying. He's saying, well, let's look up to that date, and then he's going to take it from there.
Go through 2024 up to the day. We've had unemployment in the low 4s for more than a year. We've had inflation coming down now in the mid to low 2s. We've had an economy growing at 2.5%. So that is the economy as we see it now. What looks likely, given the scope and scale of the tariffs, is that we will see certainly the risks to higher inflation, higher unemployment have increased. And if that's what we do see, if the tariffs are ultimately put in place at those levels, which we don't know, then we won't see further progress toward our goals.
So you hear what he said? He said basically, the goals we set in place are pretty much there. We had inflation down to a hair below where we wanted it to be. The jobs market didn't crash like 2 years ago when they were anticipating the jobs market the unemployment rate to go to 5%. And then he's also saying GDP up until basically the Liberation Day was 2.5%. So he's saying up to that point, everything was kind of on track. And now after Liberation Day or the tariff thing, he's like, they can be inflationary. They would be inflationary, but we don't know what they're going to be. Are they going to stick in place where they are? And the government's coming out and telling us it's unsustainable, and that's every sentence that they come out with. And so it can't be sustained there, so where's it going to end up? So basically he's just saying, okay, government, when you figure out the tariffs, we'll figure out our plan, but our plan was working so far. So if you're on that page or not, that's basically what he was saying. So you can look at the data that we follow, and I show you that data every day. So if you go over to what happened today, we had the bond market reacted pretty nicely. Right through here is right when the Federal Reserve announced that they were going to keep rates where they are, and then banks started to cut rates. And you can see all these orange little bubbles. Those represent lenders that we work with that are cutting their rates. Okay, so that's what we've seen so far. So you look over to here, mortgage rates did ease a little bit today. Is that trend going to continue? Well, we're going to check and see how the tariff news comes in tomorrow. But the equity markets all the way across the board love the news today. We got the Dow Jones up almost 300 points. NASDAQ recovered from a negative back to a positive. The Russell's up. VIX is down. We got crypto going well. And let's check oil. Oil is down as well. Another almost 2%. Economy's not looking too bad. If you look at all the inflationary numbers other than tariffs, a lot of those numbers are coming down substantially. So my outlook so far is we got the Federal Reserve's news. Until we really have clarification on tariffs, mortgage rates are going to stay in a tight range. I'm still predicting 6.75 to 7%. That's going to be your range right now, short term. Mid to long term, as the tariff news comes in, you're going to see the stock market going up, and you're going to see rates coming down, unless there's a stalemate in some of these, especially China. And if there's a stalemate there and basically a trade war, all bets are off. So then you could see the markets basically treading water one way or another. Same with mortgage rates and interest rates till there's a true clarification on how all the tariffs are going to affect inflation. So if you're out there looking to buy a house, as long as you can make it all work, at a 7% rate, you should be good. Going forward, my expectations are, and even the Federal Reserve and everybody's saying, long term rates will be coming down, But the catalyst right now are tariffs. So if you're looking to refinance, check it out. We still have people that, I talked to a couple people today in the high sevens. They got pretty substantially sized loans. So even a rate at 6.875 may be able to save you a bunch of money. So check it out. You can check out things on our website. So my name is Dan Frio. I do this report actually 2 times a day. Just telling you a little bit about myself. I'm a federally licensed loan officer. I work at a federal bank. Yes, I do. And I'm licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. Our slogan's one application, one credit pool. We're going to shop your loan over 30 different lenders. The reason how? My bank is set up with 33 lenders that we can actually do loans through. So when you're applying at my website, you're going to use yours truly for the whole transaction, where we're going to quote you and give you products from 33 different lenders. So thanks for watching. If you want to check out how we work, just click the apply now button, schedule a consultation with us, or even give us a phone call. Love to help you in any way we can. Thanks for watching, folks. God bless. Have a fantastic evening. Hope you join me tomorrow at the live opening bell to see how all this market starts. Well, not ends, starts another day. God bless, folks. Take care. Have a fantastic evening. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.